We all know that football is a very lucrative venture, but finding out the amounts that can be earned from the sport will still baffle you. Well, if you're ready to be baffled, join us as we count down the 10 highest paid footballers in the world right now. With the likes of Hazard and De Gea out of contracts with their old clubs, you definitely need an updated list, and we're here to bring it to you. Best believe number 6 will shock you. But just before we get into this list, we have something special for you. Watch this.
Open up the sky for me when you say I'll be much deeper outside. Let me know when I get closer. Open up the sky for me. When you say I'll dig much deeper, I will shout.
Get your jerseys at goal90.shop. The link is in the description below. And maybe you need to get yourself a Real Madrid jersey because we're opening this list with a Real Madrid player. And number 10 is Toni Kroos. The German midfielder just signed a contract extension which should see him remain at Madrid until next summer. And with Eden Hazard gone, he is now the highest paid Real Madrid player, earning a little over £400,000 per week. That amounts to a little over £21 million annually. And you know what's crazy? Even at 33, Kroos could still further improve on that number next season. We expect that he'll be leaving Madrid next summer, and if he decides to go to Saudi to join his former teammates Ronaldo and Benzema, we expect that he'll be offered a heftier salary than what Madrid is currently paying him. I mean, we all know how these Saudi clubs pay, don't we? If you don't, well then come and check out number 9. It's none other than Kalidou Koulibaly. The 32-year-old Senegalese centre-back just left Chelsea and moved to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. He was bought for £20 million, and he'll be going home with £30 million per year in wages. Now, isn't that just super enticing? Anyway, the 8th highest paid player in the world also left Chelsea and moved to Asia, but this was some years ago. Oscar left Chelsea and moved to China in January 2017 at the age of 25, and many people called him stupid and said he was throwing away his career at such a young age. But Oscar was clear from the start. He only wanted to chase the bag, and well, that worked out just fine for him. When he joined Shanghai Port in 2017, he immediately became one of the highest paid footballers in the world. Now, 6 years later, he is still in the top 10 highest paid footballers in the world, earning £30 million every year. But there's still a guy in Europe who earns more than Oscar, and his name is Frankie de Jong. He goes home with a little over £620,000 every week, which translates to a little over £32 million every year, and that number puts him in number 7 highest paid players in the world. Frankie is currently Barcelona's highest paid player, and he earns nearly double what the club's second highest paid player, Robert Lewandowski, earns. Crazy, isn't it? With a figure that high, the Dutch midfielder is easily the highest paid player in Spain, but he's not the highest paid player in Europe. No way. He's not even the top 2. Keep watching to find out who earns more than de Jong in Europe. Anyway, at number 6 is Frankie de Jong's former teammate, the GOAT himself, Lionel Messi. This is a massive drop from where he was only a few months ago. When he was at PSG, he was easily top 3 highest paid players in the world. Now he sits outside the top 5. How times changed, right? And what's really crazy is that he could even have been easily number 1 on this list, but he turned down Al Hilal's €1 billion offer over 2 seasons. Bonkers. Anyway, even though it's a drop, Messi's still not earning chicken change. At his new club, he earns a little over £800,000 per week, which amounts to nearly £42 million per year. And the truth is that David Beckham and the rest of the Inter Miami board have already started seeing returns on their huge investment. Messi came off the bench for his debut in the Leagues Cup against Cruz Azul, and he grabbed the winner with a magnificent free kick in the 94th minute. And we've not even started mentioning the commercial benefits the club has had since they signed the Argentinian. Anyway, let's now head to the top 5. At number 5 is one of Messi's closest friends, Neymar Jr. The Brazilian earns a little over £930,000 per week, which translates to nearly £49 million every year. But this number might soon change because there's a possibility that Neymar will leave PSG this summer. Now, will his new club be able to pay him that amount, or perhaps even higher? We'll only have to wait and find out. And if you noticed, Neymar is another person who has dropped lower on the list of highest paid players. And you know why? It's because these Saudi clubs are paying players insane sums these days. Check out number 4. It's N'Golo Kante. The 32-year-old Frenchman left Chelsea for Al Ittihad this summer, and his wages immediately took a massive leap. He'll now be earning about £86 million annually, and that is just such an insane number, nearly double what Neymar earns. Kante's not been the best midfielder in the world for a couple of years now, no thanks to his recurring injuries, but now he is the highest paid midfielder in the world. Now would you look at that? Anyway, let's now look at the top 3. And actually, there are no surprises here at all. At number 3 is Kylian Mbappe. The France captain earns almost £1.2 million every single week at PSG, and that adds up to an annual salary of about £62.3 million. I mean, those are mind-boggling numbers. But of everyone on this list, Mbappe is the one whose numbers are most likely to change before the new season starts. As a result of his decision to not renew his contract with PSG when it expires in 2024, the club has officially put him on the market. He didn't even travel with the team for pre-season. They want to sell him now so they don't have to watch him go for free next year. So we expect that Mbappe will become the most expensive player in football history this summer. But as far as his salary goes, that might drop because we don't see any other club in Europe paying Mbappe what he currently earns at PSG. And of course, there's absolutely no chance of him leaving Europe this summer. But again, we'll only have to wait and see how everything plays out. Anyway, the number 2 highest paid footballer in the world is Mbappe's former international teammate Karim Benzema. After his move to Al Ittihad this summer, Benzema will now be earning about £172 million every year. That's almost triple what Mbappe earns. Can you just imagine how insane that is? Now you understand why Benzema quickly and abruptly wrapped it up at Real Madrid when he heard what Al Ittihad were offering. These are numbers that will make you leave wherever you are and hop on the plane ASAP. I mean, Benzema wasn't even the highest paid player in Real Madrid when he was there, but now he's the second highest paid player on the planet, behind only Cristiano Ronaldo himself. I mean, who else did you think was going to top the list? CR7 moved to Al Nassr in January 2023, where he was offered the highest salary in football history. He now earns about £173 million every year, which is absolutely insane, especially for a 38-year-old. Cristiano Ronaldo's mega move has obviously done a lot for Al Nassr, but on a grander scale, it's done a lot more for Saudi Arabian football. The GOAT making that move in January opened the doors for more superstar players to move to Saudi, and that's why we've seen a mass emigration of players from Europe to Saudi this summer. Now that is the GOAT effect. Anyway, who are you most shocked to see in the list of top 10 highest paid footballers in the world? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on new content. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.